Hi. I do not post things like this. I will just flat out say it. I don't post things like this, but I'm going to post this. Even though my conscience is telling me not to, I'm going to, because this is something that I believe should be talked about. I'd just like to point out right off the bat the irony of me talking about the harms of social media on social media is just comedic. It's hilarious. But also, it's part of the problem. Why is the only way that I can make a difference me posting on social media? That doesn't even make sense. But anyways, I just finished watching The Social Dilemma. I know. I just finished watching The Social Dilemma, and there are a few things that struck me, like straight up into my core, into my anxiety core. But this is a different kind of anxiety. It's a productive anxiety. I want to do something about it. I want to change something. I want to talk about it. So this is me talking about it. One thing that was said at the end was, I don't remember who said it. He said, in our world, trees are worth more dead than they are alive. In our world, whales are worth more dead than they are alive, right? People are literally digging into the earth, extracting oil. They are exploiting, climate change, right? Because it makes them money, right? And he said, we are becoming the trees and the whales. They are mining into our minds, our attention. Because to social media, to social media companies, we're worth more staring at their screen instead of working, spending time with the people around us, doing homework, anything, right? Our families, spending alone time, relaxing, taking care of yourself. We're worth more to them staring at our screens. That makes me anxious because what else are we supposed to do? Social media has become our form of entertainment. When we are bored, when we are procrastinating, the first thing we do is go to social media. Don't get me wrong, social media has done amazing things. It has connected people across worlds. It has, inspired people. And I'm not saying that social media itself is the problem. I'm saying that the algorithm that is pulling us in every second of every day is the problem, right? I go onto Instagram, the first thing I see, it's probably going to be an inspirational quote, right? Or something about women or gay pride, right? Things that I'm passionate about, that I care for. The next post will be an ad for Avatar: The Last Airbender t-shirt, and I'll click on it. I will. The next post is going to be, oh, a memory from 3 years ago, and it'll be me and my 4 best friends hanging out, right? They are purposefully watching what we click on, how long we linger on something, what we comment on, what we like, what we share more, to try and predict what we're going to do next, to keep us on that app longer. Now, about the middle of the movie, there is a, section about mental health. I am studying psychology currently, and, one of the reasons I'm doing that is to better understand and to help people with mental health issues and to understand why it occurs. And this part of mental health scares me the most for my kids. My nieces and nephews that are going to be born one day, my younger cousins, right? My little brother. Because you get stuck in between a rock and a hard place. You do. Because you have your kids telling you, Mom, I want an iPhone, I want an iPad, I want a computer, I want social media, right? Your first instinct is, no way, because you're like, that's really scary, There are so many bad people, bad things, bad influences in the world, right? There's cyberbullying, there's judgment, there's worrying about other people, thinking that you're a bad person because you say something wrong, because, that's just cancel culture. That's what social media is, right? But on the other hand, kids are getting made fun of at school for not being on social media. They're like, oh, you're not on social media? That's so weird. Why aren't you on social media? Or, you don't have a social media? Why? You must not have friends. How are you supposed to make friends if you don't have social media, right? The rock and the hard place is no matter where you're at, your kid is getting bullied or judged, right? Of course, I'm thinking of the extreme. Like I said, I'm in anxiety mode. But what's the solution there? Because either way, you're giving your kid a loaded gun. Metaphorically, of course, right? You are giving them either in-person peer pressure, like straight up things that they have no control over that kids are making fun of them of. Or you give them social media and you worry that they're going to be a victim of catfishing, of identity fraud, of bullying, cyberbullying, of, them worrying more about how many likes they're getting than how many people they interact with, what connections they have with the people around them, right? And I know that this, doesn't scare a lot of people, but most of the people that I follow that you're following me back are my age, my generation, right? We are the ones that are going to have the kids that are impacted by this. Our parents have already had the kids, right? We kind of grew up without technology. We got social media in middle school, right? Maybe late elementary school, early middle school. We had a childhood. We had kindergarten, first, second grade without kids judging us for not having an Instagram at 10 years old, right? Unfortunately, our generation, right, our age group has so many social pressures put on us. We've got climate change. We've got the political division going on in our country. We've got the opioid epidemic going on. We've got human trafficking. We've got identity fraud. We've got the straight up just divide in our country where no one can talk to each other without wanting to hit one another. We have the divide where you can't physically be friends with someone because of who they voted for in the last election, right? And now we have to tack on social media. This is something that you don't have to be rich or you don't have to have political power to do something about. Step one is getting off social media. Talking to people around you. When you are with your friends, put your phone in a locked box and just be with your friends. Be with your family. Have family dinners without your phones, right? The solution is turning off notifications for those apps. About a fourth into the movie, I got on my phone and removed all of my apps from my home screen and kept them in my app library, and I have turned off notifications for every single social media app. I now only get notifications from Canvas for school, emails for school, messages, like messages, phone, FaceTime. That's it. Because I no longer want to be the fish on the hook. I don't want to be lured in by billionaires making money on mining my attention. I don't want to be that fish anymore. I'm not going to swim with the school anymore. I am going to post this video and I am going to close my eyes, listen to my favorite podcast, and go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to get up and I'm going to get ready for my day. I have set timers on all of my apps. I have 1 hour a day for the whole day to be on my apps. Of course, this is just a baseline. I may need more than that. I may need less than that. But I have also promised myself that I am no longer gonna care about social media. If there are people that want to talk to me, they will talk to me. I'm not gonna be the fish anymore. I'm urging you to please watch The Social Dilemma if you have not. And I'm also urging you to please get off social media. Be with a person face to face. Laugh with them. Enjoy their company. Because that social connection, I know, is something that we all have been lacking. and I want to fix it.